Hi, I'm Jessie Herman. Welcome here if it's the first time you're here. And if it's not, welcome back. I'm the channel for the non-physical entity group Vagrein and a life coach, an energy healer. And today we're going to have a meditation together. The inspiration for today's meditation comes from a comment here on the YouTube channel. And the commenter said, I'm going to try to make my mantra, we live in a peaceful world now. This immediately had Vagrein pipe up and talk about, at least in the energy packet that was delivered, about how to really make a mantra like that work for yourself, especially when your physical environment is presenting to you options that might not be entirely in alignment with that. It might be hard to convince yourself and your subconscious mind to be going along with that kind of idea that we live in a peaceful world. And repeating that over and over to yourself without actually diving into what that means for yourself can even bring up more and more resistance, which is not a problem, because the more resistance that something brings up, the faster you're made uncomfortable by it and the more willing you become to get rid of that discomfort and potentially bust through something that's no longer serving you. But what Wagner was sharing about that was, in the statement, we live in a world of peace. Let's say that was the statement exactly. You have to look at what all of those words on their own mean. So to you, what does the word we mean? And does we exclude the people who you feel are not being peaceful, or the people that you see that are not experiencing that in this now moment? It also requires us to look at the word live. What is living? And I know that that's a strange question, but there is an aspect of us that knows that living, not only in terms of like, I am physically alive or dead, which is also weirdly a spectrum, because even on the medical level, they don't know when someone's actually dead. They do consider brain death potentially death. But are you dead when your heart stops beating? Are you dead when your lungs stop working? Are you dead when your brain doesn't have electrical function in it anymore? When exactly is death? And there are many, many different opinions on that. In terms of life, what is life too? Is life existence? Is life the way you navigate yourself? Living. Do we live in a world of peace? Is that an action or is that a state? What exactly is living to you? And then peace. Now, this is the tough one. What is peace? Is peace conditional? Is peace conditional upon what we were seeing on the outside world? Does it mean not murdering someone else? Does it mean not having war? Does it mean being in a state of acceptance of whatever is? What is peace exactly? So what kind of what kind of questions did Vagrian throw at me when I read this comment? And of course, it means that there's a lot to really unpack with that. So taking on that mantra is, yes, a great starting period or starting place, but diving into those words and our beliefs about those words are also a really great way to understand, what exactly are we wanting when we say we want to live in a world of peace? Is peace, again, something that you would give up something else for? Let's say your liberties. Is it simply not being threatened? Is it, what is it? What is this word peace? Now, I'm a human design manifester. Our signature frequency is peace. So I personally have an intimate relationship with what I perceive of as that word meaning. And for me, it does embody or encompass the acceptance of what is as is. And what is as is sometimes war. What is as is sometimes, international missiles being launched. And that, yes, is aggression and is not what is my preference for peace, but I don't know if I believe that peace is conditional upon external circumstances, or if it's something that I can reach for in each now moment in myself. If you guys have some idea about this, pop it in the chat. If not, we are going to be doing a meditation today on peace, a peace meditation. It will have some elements perhaps of prayer in it. Prayer is similar to affirmations in that it is a willingness to compromise and surrender to the all that is, while asserting your preference and your desire. So affirmations, prayers can be either prayers of gratitude and thankfulness. Prayers can be hope and desire for the future and asking the universe for what you want. And prayers can also be, salve for our state of being when we go into that. And meditation is no different than prayer. Meditation is also a form of prayer. It's a prayer to return to your natural state of being, which is beyond thought and beyond emotion and beyond physical movement and beyond necessity to do anything. It is that prayer to be what you are. And so we're going to dive into that right now. So I want you guys to get settled into your seats. And again, call in as much as possible the peace or what you understand of as peace in yourself, not that peace that is external, more of that I can be with what is. This is also an important thing to learn for meditation, also prayer, but for meditation, if your leg is itching or if you have a million thoughts going on, being okay with what is peaceful, and it is what will bring you to your higher states of consciousness. Peace within and peace without, internally and externally in the world. Peace without liberty would not be peace for me. That's right. Well, I agree with that as well. Peace happens on a different level. Yeah. Okay. So I want you guys to tune into peace happening on that different level. Let's tune into that different level together. So get comfortable in your seat and we'll get started. You can close your eyes gently. And just take a deep breath, and you can shake away all of any tension you have in your neck and your shoulders. Just get a little bit of movement to get any of that extra energy out, anxiety, nervousness, thoughts. Okay. That helps me a lot. If it doesn't help you, then you don't have to do that, but it does help me. And take a deep breath. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Another deep breath in. And really allow it to let go. Just fall off you. And one more deep breath in. And letting it go. So this meditation, we're going to tune into that frequency of peace. And in the same way, when you tune a guitar or piano, you have to look for the sound that you're wanting, perhaps on another string, another octave, to understand when you're beginning to resonate with it. I want you to, in your imagination, tune into the frequency of peace. For you, it could be floating on a summer day in the middle of a lake, or being in a meadow. Feel like having a full belly after a meal, being in a warm blanket. There are moments when in your life you've felt the frequency of peace, and tune to that moment, to that frequency as best you can right now. And now we can tap into a bit of gratitude as well for the all that is, or source, creator, or if you like the word God. Tune into gratitude that for every moment up until this moment has been leading here. And you've been fed. Your life has continued. Everything has been leading to this moment. You've been supported and held all the way up to this point in the story. Just feel gratitude for that. and for the importance of this moment. The importance of each moment that you can remember this gratitude. You can tap into that any time of any day. It's all led to right here, right now. Every joy and every sorrow, every conflict, every harmony has led to this moment where you are actively tuning into the frequency of peace. And since we're having a human experience, I invite you now to tune into anything that's occurred in the past little while that has felt different to the frequency of peace that you're reaching for now. It could be world events, it could be personal situations, obstacles. And I want you to deliberately feel how it's off tune. Even here, not how the event itself is out of tune, but how your perception of it or your feeling of it doesn't match with that peace. It's uncomfortable. For me, it makes me want to run away from the meditation, from this moment. But I invite you to just stay in that discomfort of how it's off. With your energy, gently, remembering the frequency of the peace that you prefer. See if you can't loosen or tighten that string. Can you be at peace with what is? Can you have faith that whatever is occurring is in some way heading towards your preference of peace? Often we forget that contrast is our friend and is leading us towards making choices and changes, stimulating our desires further. Can you begin to see your enemies as friends, your misfortune as an invitation? You can let go of the thoughts of the thing that is not peaceful to you and come back to that cloud, that sun ray, the frequency of the peace within. Just breathe with it. We'll come back to that statement that was in the comments. The mantra. We live in a world of peace. We live in a world of peace. We have examples of this all around. The way nature interacts with itself. The rain feeds the grass feeds the cow. The cow provides milk to its young. Its bodies decompose, feeding the soil. Supporting the waterbed. We are a part of this nature. We are not apart from this nature. And so there's a natural flow to each of us. In harmony. And though you can't control what anyone else is doing, you very much have control over yourself. You can choose in each now moment to be that peace. I invite you to tune your own frequency now to that peace, that calm, that confidence and faith. No matter what has occurred or what can occur, you have made your choice. And now again, gratitude for the all that is, your creator, God, source energy, the universe. That you are participant, that you get to be a part of this creation of peace. Simply by tapping into, we live in a world of peace. tapping into the truth of that statement, the way that feels in your body, your heart, your mind. We live in a world of peace. And this statement is not changed by anyone else's perception of the world, anyone else's actions in the world. Doesn't mean that you ignore their actions or don't defend yourself or don't help. Just means that you know that this is and can be a world of peace. Allow yourself now to envision a world where everyone knew this truth. Everyone knew there was no reason to harm, to destroy. Allow yourself to imagine that you could wake up tomorrow to that world, like a child would imagine it. And know that your world peace is an inside job. It begins with you. If you can, allow yourself to smile now. For that energy to bubble up from your heart out the top of your head and to become contagious for all other beings on this planet. And then take a deep breath and let it go. It's done. It's already done. Another deep breath. Feel proud that you're a part of this change that we're calling in. Another deep breath. And let go. Know that you're supported not only by the universe and those unseen forces, but also by such a huge community of like-minded beings that's growing day by day. And come back to your seat. And know that you have the power to use your day that you choose, the ability to choose and choose again in each now moments, and to have that gratitude for everything that's brought you to this moment so that you can exercise your ability to be a world of peace. Whew. Okay, everyone. So thank you all for being here. I hope that was a peaceful meditation, and do come back to it as often as you need to. There's a lot of talk about the energies that are opposite to peace these days. And you know what? There's really nothing but the energy of peace available for us. You'd think it would be easier to access lower vibrational frequencies, but Actually, we are naturally wired for harmony. We're naturally wired for peace. We're naturally wired for love. And no matter what people are saying to you, whether it be in the media or people who are scared, you always have access to that energy on a personal level. More and more people who do take that responsibility, and by responsibility, I mean ability to respond, more and more people will take actions that is counter to the energies that are in the world right now, offering to us the opposite of peace, just to make sure that we want it, that we want peace. Do we really want it? I do wish all of you to be able to hold on to this energy for the rest of your day, your week, your month, and to tune into that mantra of we live in a world of peace, because I truly believe we do, no matter what is being offered, whether it's 300 missiles, whether it's violence, whether it's suppression of rights, whatever is going on. You and I are fortunate enough to know we have access to this peace, but also able to be an example of it in the face of anything that does come up. So I really wish you guys that deep opportunity to do so. I know many of you potentially who are watching this are new to the channel. So I want to say thank you so much for being here and for subscribing these past days. If you've stumbled upon this video and you haven't subscribed already to this channel, do subscribe. You'll be able to tune into tons of channeling sessions and EFT tapping and more meditations like this and teachings. So do go ahead and do that. And if you want some free chapters to Vagrein Seeking Ends When Sharing Begins, you can get those over on my website at www.jpherman.com/Vagrein book. That's it for this Meditation Monday. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, peaceful week, and a week full of gratitude. Bye-bye.